Hi everyone, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the Zapier dashboard so you know exactly what's included on the dashboard. So if we click on this icon here, it'll say dashboard, but that is actually what you're seeing here when you log in. It's there if you want to go back to it when you're within one of these other ones. So you can see on here, we're given the option to create our own workflow or build a Zap straight from the dashboard in two places. So we've got it here, and we can also click on the Make a Zap button here. Okay, so, and it also gives you some recommended workflows that you can use. I think some of that is based on some of the things you're already doing. So initially you might not have as many, but as you build more and more, there'll be more recommended workflows for you. Also, you can see on here, it's telling us we've got, there's a Zap run that's been held until August the 1st, and we can replay that Zap individually or in bulk. So it's just giving us the option to help fix it from here, but we don't need to do that right now. So that's the initial view you will get when you log into your Zapier dashboard. So then if we move down to the next part, we'll look at any Zaps that you've already got, that you're building or you've already got running. So we'll just let that open. So as you can see, this action here will stay there until we fix it, basically. So these are all our Zaps. We recommend that you create folders by clicking on this plus button here. It keeps all your client stuff and your own all tidy. You can go straight to them, whereas if you keep them here, you can imagine if you've got 40 odd Zaps, you'll be looking for ages for the one that you actually want. So we tend to keep the ones that we're not quite finished with in here, and then when we know that we're happy with them and they're running, we'll move them into a folder. And as you can see from here, you get another option to create a new Zap from here. So from here and the plus button here. So if we just click on here, from this point as well, we can run the Zap manually. We can edit it, rename it, and we recommend that you name all your Zaps so you know. Otherwise, as you can see from this one here, we don't know what it is. So name your Zaps. We can share it from this point too. So if you've built a Zap that's you think is really useful, you know someone who's got a Zapier account and you want to share it with them, you click on the share, and then you've got a link, the same as you do if you're sharing a Google document. Copy it, you can email it, send it to Slack, and you can change this here so that they can't copy it, they can only view it. Okay, so you get that option too. This is how we move them to a folder. We can view the history of what's run. We can copy it, so then we could rename it and tweak it to become a different Zap, and we can move it to the bin all from this point. So you can do all of that within your Zap part of the dashboard. Okay, so when we're building Zaps, it's all about connecting the platforms that we use. So to connect to them, we need to log into them, and there's 2 points you can do: connect and log into your accounts, and it's here under the apps on your dashboard, which is this little burger symbol, and we add a connection. So if I just click on there, and then we would pick on whichever we was connecting. So we'll just click Google Sheets, and you can see then we would just connect the account that the login details basically. So you will find that some of them, if we just scroll down, if there's an error anytime, quite often it's because somebody's changed the password or it's lost its connection, because some of the platforms only let you stay connected for so long. And when that happens, it does, I've got one further down when I get there, it does tell you that the connection needs attention, as you will see here. If I click on that, it just means that it's lost connection to one of the 3 accounts we're connected to, and it just means we just have to give permission to connect again. So that's one place you can connect, but you'll also, when you're building Zaps, you will also be prompted to connect as you build as well. So if you've not already done it in here, you can do it within a Zap as you build. Okay, so then we've got Zap history, and this is for the Zaps that you've already built that are running, and it gives you a list of how many Zaps have run, and you can select date range and how many tasks are automated, and you also get this calendar view in the past 25 days. So these are all the Zaps we've got running. Tells us how many tasks they're using. So if we just click on this little thing here, we can view our Zap runs. This is where you'd go for troubleshooting, actually. So if you view our Zap runs and you think, oh, somebody should have got an email, but they're saying they didn't receive it, we can go into here and really dig into the Zap. So we know that there was a new record found in Airtable. We sent a request to a webhook. We sent the new record to Airtable. We know who it was, and you can see all of that in here. So if somebody's saying they haven't got it, but you go in here and you can see they did get an email, you can go back and say, oh, well, it was sent at this time. So it's really good for drilling down into what's happened. So while they've built it, you can still view what's gone on within that Zap. So just because it's running, it doesn't mean you don't know what's going on. It will tell you what time it happened and what happened within this view here. Sorry, I'm going back to the wrong place. So there's, let me just go back to the Zap history again. So go back to here again. So we can open in editor. So if we open that again, it would show us, I'll show you what happens when we open in editor. So it's now taken us back to the actual template that we've built. And this is where you can then amend anything if you need to. If there's been an error and you need to just change something, you would open the editor and you'd come back to your template. And as you can see, like I said, we know what this template's for because we've named it. Okay, so that's your Zap history. And as we run through training, we'll be showing you how to troubleshoot and get within this section of the dashboard. Okay, so I'll move down to the next area, which is Explore. So if you've got a client and they're asking you if you can automate something or you wanted to find out what you can automate, the Zapier gives you loads, well, thousands of examples. So you can click on most popular Zaps for CRMs, email marketing, and by role. It gives you some ideas across here. And then you can search based on the platforms you use. And again, it gives you templates that match the apps that we use as well. So they make it easy for you. So if you're not sure what you can automate, definitely look in here. And I find really useful looking in some of these. So if we go to CRM, and you can see all the different CRMs that you can automate. So in fact, we've got Circle, which is the membership. So it's telling us what Circle connects to. And if I click on Slack, for instance, it's now telling me what you can do with Circle and Slack. So it'll tell you the triggers, what's going to trigger an automation. So these are all listed down here, and you have triggers within Slack as well. And then based on that trigger, what we can do. So then it's telling us here. And there's more too, look. So there's loads. And that's a small option too. So that will give you ideas on what you can start automating. Let's go back to the dashboard. So that's the Explore section of the dashboard. And then if we can't help you, we're not about, there is a really great help section here that you can troubleshoot there's support, hire an expert, Zapier community. So there's help there on hand, as well as having us to help you too. And then the final part, hold on. Okay, so then this part of the dashboard, this depends on what planners you're on as to what we'll show here. We've got the Pro plan, so we've got 2,000 tasks we can run within our plan, and we've got unlimited zaps. And I know on the free plan you can have 5 zaps, and I'm not sure how many tasks. I think it's probably about 100 tasks. So you can get started with the free plan, but I think as you start doing multi-step zaps, you'll quickly need to upgrade. But even then, that's still only, I think it's $19 a month, £15, which, when you think about the amount of time you're saving, it's a small cost. So that's an overview of the dashboard.